and we have a thistle funnel that we're going to attach the cellulose. We're going to attach the cellulose tubing to, and then we're going to put some starch solution into the cellulose tubing, and then we're going to put that into a beaker of water. So I have put some cellulose tubing here in the water to make it soft. It's been sitting there for a few minutes, so we can now open out the cellulose tubing by rubbing the sides of the tubing like this. If you do this, the tubing opens out. So here it is like this. But it's important to put it into the water so that the tubing now can open out. Now what we do is we tie a knot on one end of the tubing like this. A knot on one end. Right, that's great. And we now put the end of the thistle funnel. We put that into the open end like this. So just open it out. Insert it like this. Be careful not to damage the cellulose tubing when you do this. Now we have to secure this end. We have to secure this end here to the tubing using a rubber band. Right, so how do we do that? Let me show you how to do that. So hold it like this. A little bit of a tricky operation. Okay. So I'll get an assistant. So we come across here, just take the tubing through. Keep going. Put it in there. That's good. Fantastic.
像不像变魔术啊？
Fantastic. This is important, guys. This is important to get a good seal. We don't want any solution to leak out. So one more time. Important step. Fantastic. That's pretty secure. Well done. Okay. So guys, here it is there. Now we place it in here. And we have to now, I'll put it in the tray here in case we get some spillage. And make sure this is firm. And we now have to pour some starch solution into the thistle funnel. So watch this. So carefully, because you don't want to trap air in here.
Yeah.
So just carefully pour it in. It is a thickish solution, and you can see it going down. Watch this. Okay, so. Now we have to get rid of this air. Can you see there's an airlock in here?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just okay, so just get rid of this air. Oh, important that all the air was out. We don't want to trap any air in there. There's a bit more in here, so we just try to get rid of it slowly. Carefully. If you do it properly, you'll get good results. That's with any experiment. Okay, take time and care. Great. Terrific. Now listen, just in case I got some, when I was pouring it in, some starch on the side of the bag. I didn't, but it's always a good procedure, just to make sure, to just rinse the side of the bag here, in case I got some starch solution on it. We want to rinse it off, okay, just in case. Put that back in here. So that's that's great. So guys, before I go any further, I want to show you what happens when you react starch. I'm going to put a little bit of starch in here with this solution, iodine. Okay, so let's have a look here. So now watch. So that is a colorless solution. We add a bit of iodine as it's a brown color.
Turn blue.
You see what happens. See. Gone, eh? Dark blue color.
Yeah.
You see? Dramatic change. Great. Now I'm going to take the speaker away because I've got a beaker of water here. Just lift this up. Slip that under here. That's great. And lower this into the water. Fantastic. I'll need to top it up with a bit more water. So it's not sitting on the bottom. Top that up a bit more. Okay, that's great. Experiment almost finished, but now just a final step, and that is we need to mark the level here of the starch solution. How's that? Now we leave it for about, say, 30 minutes, and we come and we have a look. Oh, before we do that, sorry, I forgot to do one more thing. Important. I'm going to add some iodine to the water in the beaker. Okay, so we can, that's the final step. We've got to do that. Yes. Okay, that's great. So what do we got here? We've got starch solution in the cellulose tubing, water with some iodine around the bag in the beaker. Mark the level. We'll leave it for about 30 minutes. We'll come back and observe what changes have occurred.